Hi, I'm Dan from Practice Proof, and if you're like most professional services practices, you know that AI is changing everything. For the last 20 years, my team and I have spent every day working with practices across strategy, brand, design, marketing, and technology. I've simply lost count of the number of practices that we have helped scale to their growth objectives over those years. Let me tell you what I'm hearing on the ground right now. AI is full of opportunities, but it comes with a bunch of challenges. For example, if you're a legal practice, you're probably already optimizing your workflows with AI. I'm hearing all the time from lawyers who say that AI, if nothing else, is saving them loads of time from simple things like email correspondence through to drafting complex docs. Some practices have extended that to the complete overhaul of internal workflows or processes where AI is essentially doing all the heavy lifting, requiring not too much at the other end other than compliance checks. Others, with help from agencies like us, have built complete front and back end applications leveraging AI agents. As we know that this is just the start of it, with every new iteration of generative AI, it brings new possibilities to the table. But you know as well as we do that there are challenges around cultural adoption within your practice, challenges around where do we start, which tech stack should we choose, and then of course its integration. Will it play seamlessly with our other software, be it a CRM or your quintessential practice management software, Clio or Leap if you're a legal practice, or Halaxy or Best Practice if you're a healthcare business? And as I see it, one of the biggest challenges is how do we make all this make sense to our potential clients, customers, or patients? And I don't mean full disclosure of every piece of AI that is lifting something. I'm talking about how you can create an experience for that prospect that engages with your brand, be it on your website, socials, that is simply amazing and encourages them to take the journey with your practice. For example, a parent who is in dispute with their former partner over parenting matters visits your website at 9 p.m. tonight, trying to understand what to do. They're engaged by your AI agent on your website, who is a concierge, and takes them to exactly where they need to go to get some brief answers. And once they're there, it asks a few more questions, and it's apparent that there is no parenting plan or consent orders in place. There's no coordination of who is doing what and when. They're communicating on WhatsApp, which simply doesn't work. Your agent has all this information and is now able to guide them through a pathway. Firstly, it's recommending the best co-parenting apps, it's providing a comparative analysis of the top 10, it's taking them to a questionnaire to tease out some of that tension, and is then mapping out a parenting plan with them that when you arrive at work the next day is ready for your perusal. And of course, you're already booked in for a consultation with them at 2 p.m. that day. And of course, they know about you already because punctuated throughout the journey so far, you have tried to distill the salient issues that are in dispute with some helpful videos. Not to mention, after the consult was booked, you sent a video explaining the next steps. You also, in your email, suggested some useful guides on your website and your co-parenting course done by you and a parenting coach. And of course, one important part in all of this is that we have now connected the front-end experience with the back-end workflow, which will potentially come next. Now, how did this person find you? Did they engage with Perplexity AI or ChatGPT doing oodles of research? And your practice consistently was mentioned because of your broad omni-channel footprint. In other words, you were everywhere. They didn't click on your Google ad or scroll down to the organic search results. Now, if you're seeing where I'm heading with all this, is to say what you already know. We're in a new frontier, and every facet of how your practice gets work and does the work is fundamentally changing. Professor Mark Rain years ago opined that regardless of the business, it only has 4 functions: position the business, get the job, do the job, and get paid. And those 4 pillars are a great place for your practice to start thinking about optimizing everything that falls under each and every one of them. Now, of course, if you're a legal, healthcare, or financial services practice and need help with any of this, reach out to me.